That's the invitation to the wedding of the century when Prince William marries Kate Middleton. And joining me now with a preview of the nuptials is Piers Morgan Tonight's special royal correspondent, Katie Nicholl. How are you?
It's lovely to be with you.
We better declare it. So you and I work for the same newspaper back in Britain. We're both columnists there.
Let's declare our interest right now.
So we are old friends, and I'm delighted you've joined our team because this is the wedding of the century, isn't it?
This is going to just be the biggest royal story. Well, yeah, I think since Diana and Charles. People keep asking me, especially over here, is this going to be as big? And I really believe it's going to be. I think it's going to be fantastic for Britain and over here as well.
And today we're looking at pictures of William and Kate, who had their first proper royal engagement today up in Wales. What did you make of it?
Well, this was crunch time. This was really test time. They did a brief engagement just before Christmas, but this was the important thing, you know, the launching of a lifeboat. She had to do the whole thing with this bottle of champagne. I mean, she must have been terribly, terribly nervous, but I thought she did a grand job. I thought she looked fantastic. She managed to get the fascinator right. Her hair wasn't everywhere. You remember Princess of Wales always used to say the wind was her enemy, and Kate's found a way of making that work. So, frankly, she is onto a roll.
And what I liked was one of the locals said to one of the local TV stations that Kate's very normal in that town, down Anglesey. It's where William is stationed at the moment, and she goes to the local stores and does her own shopping and all that kind of thing.
Yes,
she seems a normal girl, doesn't she?
She is so down to earth. I've met her a couple of times. So down to earth. She does the shopping, she does the cooking. And I think it's quite poignant and rather nice that she chose, well, both of them chose Anglesey for their first official engagement. And of course, tomorrow they're off to St Andrews, the university where their love affair blossomed.
Of course,
they're
where it all
very
started.
Excited about going back. And I think it says a lot about them as a couple that they want to go back to places where they have an affinity and to give something back to the people who have protected them and looked after them.
More importantly, have you been invited to the wedding?
Well, I'm going to be covering the wedding, of course, for you and for ABC.
That's my excuse.
Yes, I'm going to be going, not as a guest, but to report on it. And I'm very excited about it.
It's going to be exciting, and you're going to be our roving reporter on this story, right up to and past the wedding.
You'll have all the scoops, Piers.
We're going to get them all between you and I. We know